Hey there, thank you for tuning in to this replay of an Insight Timer live session that I offered specifically for soulful entrepreneurs to help them increase their visibility. During this session, I'll first talk a bit about what the core blockages are that keep us from truly being seen, especially by those that need what it is that we have to offer. And then we'll be moving through a meditative experience where we will start to tackle those blockages and clear them. So I hope you enjoy this session, and thanks again for tuning in. Hello, if you are, as you're logging in for today's live session, if you want to leave me a little comment just letting me know where you're logging in from. And also, if you feel compelled to let me know why you're here today, why you're showing up for this live session, if you have an intention or if there was something specific about the description that was enticing to you, put that in the comments as well. I'd love to have that. Hey Kim from Miami, Kiona, hopefully I'm saying that right, from South Carolina, Babby from Vancouver, Kim, hey Julie. It's always great to have friends, close friends on your lives. Julie's one of my friends. Hey Katie from Pittsburgh, Dana, Sandra. Welcome everybody. So as you're logging in, as I mentioned, if you want to just leave me a comment letting me know and everyone else know where you're from this morning. And also if you do have any intention for being here, that would be awesome to know. So Dana, you're here because your smile when all the other names. Ah, I hope my real life virtual smile right now is satisfying to you. All right. Loretta, awesome. Thanks for being here. I'm glad you like my meditations. All right. So feel free. So as we're getting going this morning, feel free at any time. Most of you I know have done lives before, so you're pretty up to speed on how the lives work. You can comment and chat away as much as you'd like. Use that box. I will check in periodically, but the scroll on my side moves really fast, and so I can't always see everything that you're saying, but feel free to leave comments and check in. Let me know what's coming up for you. Ooh, the Netherlands. Awesome. Thanks, Anna. And then also just to let you know, so last time when I did a live, at the end of the live, I was just kind of like, okay, thanks everybody. And then the live just cut out. And I think my computer may have overheated. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen this time. But it's an old computer. I'm getting a new one soon. But if for some reason things do cut out, what I'll do is I'll log in on my phone, which I was able to do last time. So just know, like, if we're in a juicy part of this live and something cuts out on my end, I'll log in on my phone and then hopefully we can keep going. So stay online. But yeah, fingers crossed. Hopefully it all goes well. It wasn't until the end last time, but I'm realizing when I'm recording a video right on my screen, it just takes up a little bit more juice. So, all right, so we're going to dig in so we can just get going. I'm wondering also how many of you were in the last live session, which I did last week on Friday. I did it at a later time, but that one was on your soul occupation. And I'm just curious if any of you attended that one. Maybe you can just say yes in the comments. Sandra, you were? Okay, awesome. And if you, I don't know if you felt a shift afterwards or if it just brought more clarity to you, but yeah, okay. It'd be great to just get a thumbs up on that. And there is, so if you didn't make the last one, but you're curious about that one was called Your Soulful Occupation. And we talked a little bit about just what a soulful occupation is. And then I guided a meditative experience where we did very specific clearing of blockages that keep you from welcoming in your soul, discovering what your soul's gifts, talents, and skills are, and then clearing kind of the pathway forward for you wherever you're at in the process of stepping into your soulful occupation. And I was able to record that, and I think it just went live this morning here on Insight Timer, so it's a replay. So it's a live kind of talk / practice replay. So check out my profile if you want to listen into that one and do the energy clearing around that. That might be really good if you're kind of in the process of just figuring out, why am I here? What am I here to do? Or maybe you have gifts that you want to share with the world. You're maybe thinking of launching your own business or changing career paths. It could be really helpful for you in those terms as well. So check that out. And I'll try to do the same with this one. And next Friday, I have another live scheduled again for soulful entrepreneurs around money and clearing money blocks. So check that one out if you're interested. I'd love to have you there for that one as well. And just some housekeeping really quick. If you benefit from today's session, if you find it useful, if it positively impacts you and you are able to leave a donation, please do so. We appreciate it. Some of the donation goes to me, some goes to Insight Timer, and it just helps Insight Timer, helps me continue to offer these kind of things for free. So a little bit can go a long way if everybody chips in. So donations are awesome. And I think I covered everything else I wanted to. All right. So today's session is all about being seen. And so even if you don't really think of yourself as a soulful entrepreneur and you're listening in any way, you're still going to benefit, because what we're going to clear today are just the blockages that we have around letting ourselves and our businesses, if you are in business for yourself, if you're an entrepreneurial type person, helping yourself, your business be more seen, be more visible in the world, so that the people that can benefit from what you have to offer can really find you, and that they'll be attracted to you. They'll want your services, your offerings, your products that you're selling. So we're going to work in and hopefully kind of clear some of the blockages that stand in our way from having that happen. So again, if you, before we dive fully into that, if you are just logging in, arriving here, feel free to leave in the comments where you're from, and also if you have an intention for being here. And if you have any clarity around what is blocking you currently. Maybe you are, already you have your own business and you're aware that there's certain things that are kind of holding you back and standing in your way. Let me know in the comments, because when you drop those into the comments, you're putting them into this collective energy field that we're all plugged into right now. And that's the field of energy that I'm going to connect to when we do some of this energy work through the meditative experience. So it can be really helpful for me if you put those in there. Even if I don't read it, maybe somebody else will read it, but also I'll absorb it kind of. It'll be in the field, right, that I can tap into. Awesome. Hi, Danielle. That feeling when you're just in time for Amy. Oh, right, great. New York City, Louise, Tennessee. Awesome. Ginger, thanks for being here, you guys. It's great to have you. All right. So I want to quickly go over just a little bit about some of the blocks that I was kind of bringing up in terms of, if you are a soulful entrepreneur, if you are starting your own business, if you're putting yourself out there, and what blockages might be coming up for people. And I've worked with small businesses, especially in the wellness field, for years and years and years, and that's my career path as well. And so I've sorted through a lot of these blocks myself. I still have many blocks, obviously, but I've witnessed, like, ooh, these are places where we get hung up and get a little blocked when we are trying to kind of step into our soulful occupation. And you might experience these in a normal job as well, but it's a little different when, like, you are the one, like, this is what I have to offer, and you're kind of pulling it out of you to share with the world. So some of the things that I just brainstormed, kind of brain dumped before this session this morning, was I'm just going to name some of these blocks, and you can, like, give me a thumbs up if you resonate with these. But one of the biggest ones, obviously, fear of just being seen in your potential, fear of being seen for who you really are, fear of being seen when you're in your power, when you're lit up like you're really aligned with your soul and your light, and you are stepping out into the world and saying, here I am, and this is what I do. So just a lot of fear can stand in our way. That's like probably one of the biggest blocks, just fear of like putting ourselves out there. Because once we put ourselves out there, or we start to say, hey, this is what I have to offer, would you like some? Are you interested? There's fear of rejection that comes in after that, the possibility of being judged. Somebody doesn't like what you have to offer, nobody picks it up, nobody wants it, which can also kind of bring you into patterns of unworthiness and insecurity, doubting oneself, lack of confidence. All these things are connected. And so when we work on looking at it objectively and then starting to peel back the layers, we will start to probably sift through many of these layers. And ultimately, what we want to get to is this place where we're confident in who we are. We know who we are to some extent, right? We're always uncovering more and more and getting to know ourselves better, but we feel pretty solid about, this is who I am. This is what I have to offer. This is what I want to share with the world. And and it's like all bright and shiny and it's lit up, and you're putting it out there, and then the right people get to see it, and the right people can come to it, hopefully pay you money for it, and you get to do what makes you feel alive. You get to do what you came here to do, and other people get to benefit. So it's a win-win all the way around. And that's why I've been referencing soulful entrepreneurs in my description, because a soulful entrepreneur, or even just somebody who's living soulfully, when you are doing what you came here to do, when you're engaged in your gifts, sharing your talents, your natural skills with the world, when you're following your joy and pleasure and your passion, that ripples, that creates a vibration that is healing for all and for the planet. And so it's pretty special, and it's pretty needed on the planet right now. All right, any questions or anything anybody wants to add in terms of like, this is what I really need help with? Because I work intuitively with the group, so I have my notes, but I also want to receive from you guys what might be hanging you up a little bit. So feel free to leave that in the comments if you want. And all right, so we're gonna get into our meditation zone, and I'm gonna guide you into, so we're gonna kind of come into a meditative space. We're gonna connect up all of our energies. We're gonna tap into our soul, and also our soul's blueprint, which includes what we're here to do, why we came here, what are our natural gifts, talents, and skills. And that blueprint also holds or reveals where we're really blocked, right? Where we might have negative energy kind of inhibiting us from being out there in the world and being seen. And then we'll start to clear. And those of you that have been here before, it's not only for business owners, Sarah, sorry. Anybody can benefit from the clearing because it's going to help light you up. But my intention and focus is around like soulful entrepreneurs. Okay, fear of being attacked by trolls on the internet. Thanks, Renee, for sharing that. Yes, especially right now. We're living through some interesting times. Okay, sorry. When the comments come up, sometimes I'm like, ooh, catches my attention. Yeah, so then we're going to move into the clearing, and we're going to start to clear away some of these blockages, and I'll guide you through it. It's really simple. I use a verbal way of clearing, so I'm going to name the blockages really clearly, and I'll say them as slowly as possible. So if you feel inclined to repeat them after me, you can, or you can just hear my words as your own. And then we're going to breathe, because the breath is directly connected with our energy, so we can move energy really easily just by breathing. So if we breathe with the intention of like lifting, inhaling to kind of sweep through the body, to sweep up whatever the blockages that I just named, and then we'll breathe it out. And I like to visualize it going right into a garbage can, right? To symbolize that I'm truly letting that go. We'll do some clearing. We'll do a little activation at the end to just kind of get us stronger in our own vibrational field, our soul. And then we'll be on our way. And hopefully you'll be feeling brighter and more able to like shine in the world as much as you want to. So that's kind of the plan. All right, I'm just going to see. Thanks, Sarah. I'm glad that you're going to stay. No, I just want to relocate back to Europe. So I want to find a job in Europe. So I need to be, yes. Awesome. And all of this will help. So it'll apply to you. And a lot of with clearings, with these clearing statements, they're universal in a way. So even if I say a statement and you're like, that doesn't really resonate to my life or to me, give it a chance, clear it anyway, because it'll work on your particular, story. So just give it a try and see what happens. And if what we clear, truly doesn't, like if you truly don't need that clearing, just by you clearing it, you can think of yourself as assisting the collective a little bit as well. All right. Yes. Awesome, Sherry. Thank you. Okay. So if you're not sitting comfortably, you can sit comfortably, or if you want to close your eyes, you can close your eyes, and or lie down. You could lie down. Sorry. Sit, lie down, close your eyes if you'd like. We're going to move into this domain, the sacred domain, where we can start to touch into our energy, connect into our soul, and start to release and clear the blockages, the energies that hold us back. So just taking a few deep breaths. And just really checking in with yourself this morning as you settle in here, checking in with your physical body and making sure that your physical body feels comfortable with the position that you've chosen. And inviting your body to just soften a little bit, so maybe the belly can release or the shoulders can drop. Maybe feeling the jaw surrender and the tongue inside the mouth become soft. And just tune into your breath here and slowly inhale and let your breath kind of soothe your mind, soothe the inner space of you. And as you breathe out, softening a bit more and allowing yourself to become a bit more receptive in this moment. Receptive to yourself and your soul's energy. And receptive to your soul's gifts, talents, and skills, those that you came here to the planet with, ready to share. Receptive to your path in this life, your path forward in this life that allows you to be in the world doing your soul's work. And just take a nice deep breath in here. Breathe and just fill up your body with that breath. And then as you exhale, just feeling again the body becoming just a little bit softer, coming into that receptive state of being. And then from your physical body, and you can even, maybe your hands can press onto your thighs, or you're just really feeling this structure of your physical body, the bones, the muscles, the shape of your body. We want to consciously shift our awareness now into our energy. And so let yourself do that and just feel the difference, moving from physical to energetic, right? The physical realm to the subtle realm. And when you move into the subtle realm, into your energy, sometimes there's more of this unbound feeling, right? Energy does flow through us and through different channels, and it moves out into the space around our body. But it definitely can, it's a little bit more unbound feeling than the physical body, than being really in the physical body and sensing the physical body. And as you come into this energetic space of you, specifically ask to align with your soul. So your soul, first and foremost, is going to exist in this energetic realm. And ultimately, we want to embody the energy of our soul through our physical self as well. But touch in with your soul on the energetic level. Or just ask to align with the frequency of your soul. Like you're turning the on button, or turning the button to on, and then turning the volume up a little bit, or the dimmer switch, right, on the light of your soul, you're turning that up just so for now, right, as you sit here with yourself, your soul can be seen by you. And just take a nice deep breath in and breathe it out. All right, beautiful. So I want you to stay in that space. Periodically, I will be checking on what's coming through in the comments. Awesome. Okay, great. And we're going to start to clear some of these blockages now around being seen. So as you're sitting here in your soul, first, before I lead the clearing, you may ask yourself or ask your soul, where am I blocked from being seen fully in the world so I can share my gifts, talents, and skills abundantly with those that would most benefit from them? And so just putting that question out there. And whether or not you like verbally receive the answers or see the answers, or however you might receive that answer, that's okay if you don't receive the answer. Just know by asking the question, you're kind of drawing forth those energies that are blocking you so that they're more easily accessible, and then we can see them, clear them. Most of the time, the blockages, the things that hold us back, they can kind of be in our blind spots. It's hard for us to personally see them, and this is where community comes in. This is where having a mentor, a guide comes in, a teacher, a trusted friend, things like that, because they can sometimes see the blockages. They can see our blind spots better than obviously we can. And that's the beauty of being here together today, here on Insight Timer. All right, so I'm going to start to offer up some clearing statements. Again, just hear the words as your own or repeat after me if you'd like, and then we'll breathe after each one to clear that energy. And I, again, encourage you to visualize it going into an imaginary garbage can, something that symbolizes you're letting it go. You're choosing to consciously let it go. All right, so we're speaking to ourselves, to our soul, to our energy. I clear now all of the blockages and the barriers and the obstacles, the negative energy that inhibits my soul's authentic expression in this world. Okay, so we're just going to start with that one. Take a deep breath in and then breathe it out. Feel free to take extra breaths if something hits home with you, or if you start to yawn, right? Take extra breaths to clear the energy that's moving. And to eliminate all of the sadness, all of the grief, the sorrow, the anxiety, the fear, the frustration and irritation and anger and confusion energy that's accumulated around me, around my soul, from not being able to fully express as who I truly am in this world and be seen and witnessed as my soul. So take a nice deep breath. And this energy feels like it's outside of us a little bit, right? It's kind of around us. We're buried a little bit under it. So just breathe in and sweep up all of this old emotional energy. And then let that go. It's like a backlog of just like feeling, oh, I tried, it didn't work. Oh, I put myself out there and I wasn't witnessed, or I wasn't seen, or I wasn't acknowledged. So scoop all that energy up and let that go. And there's also just a kind of like a base pain that we experience when we come into the world and we're just not received as who we truly are, right? We're instantly kind of projected upon for who other people think we should be. So there's kind of a base pain in that. So you're just lifting that up, breathing it out, letting that go. All right, and to eliminate all of the negative energy that's told me in my past, and potentially telling me right now, or even into the future, that's not for me. Meaning like having the visibility, having the abundance by sharing my gifts with the world. That's not for me. That's for everyone else, but not for me. To shine bright in who I truly am, to be successful sharing my gifts, talents, and skills with the world, that's not for me. That's for them. That's for those other people. I release and let go of those voices in my head that have communicated that message to me. It's not true. I came here, here to Earth, and my birthright is to be who I truly am, to shine bright as my soulful self, and to share my gifts with the world at large if I choose to do so. So take a deep breath. So anytime you've received the messaging that that's for somebody else, but not for you, other people get to do that, but not you. That person can be that big and bold and bright and successful, but not you. So anytime you've received that kind of messaging, wherever it came from, just scoop that up, breathe it in, breathe it out. All right. All right. How's everyone doing? Time manage, keeping balance in life. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So, and to eliminate, let's see. Oops, got to segue back for a second. Sorry, sometimes as I'm reading the energy, things are shifting and moving in the moment. Okay. So feel yourself in your body again for a moment. Feeling into your energy, into your soul, into your blueprint. And then take a moment as you're feeling that to just clarify inside yourself your intention around being seen, or whatever your intention might be for you in this moment today, with whatever you might need support with that can help you be more soulfully aligned and expressed in the world. Just take a moment to clarify that inside yourself. Okay. All right, so we're gonna keep moving with some clearing, and to eliminate all of my fear that says if I'm as big and bold and bright as my soul is capable of being, I'll be struck down, I'll be attacked, I'll be judged, I'll be rejected, I'll be ridiculed, I'll be shut down, attacked, oppressed, suppressed. I release and let go of that fear so that if any of those circumstances were to happen, I can respond in an empowered way versus react out of fear. I release and let go of that negative energy. It's not serving me. So take a deep breath. Breathe that out. So the fear, I just want to say something about that. When we have that fear, which is quite normal, and especially, like I said, now in the world, the polarity, the divisiveness, how we're all online together, there's a lot of possibility for loose, for attacking to happen. We're watching it unfold right now in the world at large, in a really big way. But once you clear the fear around that, even if somebody did try to, troll you or attack you or judge you in some way, once the fear is out of the way, you're not reacting from that space of fear, whether that fear is even, if you're conscious of it or not, then you can step into responding, or you could step into blocking, or you can step into deleting, you can step into an empowered way of responding, and it rolls off your shoulders a little bit more. So if you can, once you can feel the fear and you can name it, which somebody did earlier, that's the steps to clearing, is bring it into consciousness. Don't reject it. Don't push it away. Don't deny it. Bring it into consciousness, accept it, name it, have some clarity around what that maybe feels like in your body, and then start to clear it. And you can literally clear it by naming it, breathing in and breathing it out. And you might need to do it a lot if it's deep, right? And if you've accumulated a lot of that fear, and that's okay. You just keep working on clearing it, feeling the feelings, get support if you need to. There's lots of ways that we can move through this energy, because the world needs all of us to have our lights turned on bright and to be sharing our gifts right now. I mean, I can't emphasize that enough. Right now it's the time. It is the time, right? To get out there, to be seen, to share your gifts. It's really the time. It's needed. All right, so I'm going to check in again with all of your energy. Okay, and to eliminate the illusion and the false belief that says, if I want to be a successful, soulful entrepreneur in the world, if I want to be someone who shines bright in the world, then I have to play the world's game. And I'll explain a little bit. I release and let go of that illusion and that false belief. I am not required to play the game of the world if it doesn't serve in my highest best interest. The game of the world includes competition, greed, dominating power, and other things like that. I release and let go of that negative energy right here, right now. It doesn't serve me. So take a deep breath. There might be other ways to phrase that, but when there's a certain way of doing business in the world that that we've been kind of indoctrinated into. So, and it has a lot to do with competition, meaning certain people get to be successful, other people can't be successful. It has a lot to do with greed. Who can make the most money? The more money you make, the more successful you are then. And dominating power, right? I'm going to collect all these people, all these customers, all these clients. They're mine, And anybody else who tries to get this customer or client is bad, and then I'm going to troll them and attack them. I'm just kind of rambling on, but you guys probably know what I mean. Like, there is a matrix that we're functioning in, all of us, and we've kind of been indoctrinated into it, and it's just how it's been flowing and happening. But competition is a big piece of that, lots of competition energy. And that means there's not enough for all. That brings us into scarcity. And there means only certain people get to have some, other people don't. Release the masculine energy of business. Yes. And we do need, I mean, I believe that we do need masculine energy. We need healthy masculine, healthy feminine energy, all the energies that we come equipped with to be awake and conscious, because there's gifts that they all offer us, right? It's not for you, that's for other people. Yes. Okay. All right. Let's do a little around that piece of competition too, around being seen. This can sometimes play out in, well, I have all these things I want to offer, but you don't want to play the game, right? So maybe you refuse to, so you don't get to access and utilize your best business strategy, because some of those strategies maybe are used by the bigger matrix, right? Game of the world, and we're disillusioned by that, and so we don't even want to play. But there's a way to find your pathway into and through that is authentic for you, and you don't have to necessarily get like spun up in that competition energy. All right, so let's see. And to eliminate my need, okay, this might sound kind of strange, and to eliminate my need to play the game. All of the rules that have said, if I don't play the game, I don't get to win, therefore I don't get to succeed, therefore I don't get to be successful in my business, therefore I don't get to share my gifts, skills, and talents with the world and do what I came here to do. I release and let go of that need to play the game, simply because that is what I was taught. That is what I have been conditioned to do. It doesn't serve me. I release and let go of that need. I release and let go of being stuck in the matrix, stuck in competition energy, stuck in that game. So take a deep breath. Breathe that out. So that's feeling really good. I can feel a shift, like this empowering energy starting to kind of bubble up in our field right now. I want to find a new way of doing business in the world. Yeah, and I think that Renee, that's a really great, so Renee just said it. That's where I'm at right now. I want to find a new way of doing business in the world. So there are certain strategies that are great, that can work for us in the world, business strategies. Because we can have all the vision we want and all the, we can be really connected to our gifts, have all the vision, but if we don't have the strategy that brings it into the physical domain and in a congruent, concrete way, then, we're not going to probably get our message out or get our products out in the way that we want. But I think that we're living also through a time of innovation, a time of tremendous transformation, that we can innovate, we can see what works, we can play around with the structures that have been in place for so long, and we can evolve them and allow them to become something new that serves us now with where we are collectively, where we are within our consciousness. And I think that's really important. At the end, we'll do a little activation around that to help us all innovate so that we can find our best movement forward. For our business and for being seen and sharing our gifts. Okay, so it's already 30 minutes in. This is supposed to go about 45 minutes. We can always go over a little bit. Release my procrastination. I release my fear. I am not enough. Yes, that's really good, Diane. Let's do a little bit around that too. So let's do just some specific ones around that unworthiness energy, kind of energy that might be blocking our confidence. Yeah, I want to tap into that for a second. Because I know this for some, many of the people I know in the wellness arena, they have gold mines, like gold mines, like the gifts that they have, the products they're creating, the things that they have to share with the world. It's like they're sitting on a gold mine. And so we want to like take that gold mine and like, whew, and show the world, like, check this out. Like, who wouldn't want this, right? So that's what we're doing right now. We're clearing all the blocks around that. All right. So center yourself again. You're connected to your soul's blueprint. All right. And to eliminate any fear that I have about putting myself out there into the world as my soulful self, highlighting my gifts, talents, and worlds, and revealing those to all that I meet. I release and let go of that fear. And I release and let go of any feelings that I don't deserve to be seen. I don't deserve my business, my offerings, my services to be seen. I don't deserve to have success. I don't deserve to, let's see, I don't deserve to expand my energy into the world, especially if there's others who are not yet capable of expanding. I release and let go of all of that negative energy. This is another thing around competition. Sometimes it's not so much competition with other people who are succeeding, it's competition with the people who aren't succeeding. So if they're not yet successful, then I can't be successful. If they're not yet abundant, then I can't yet be abundant. If they're not making money or healed from their traumas, then I can't quite evolve and be happy and successful. So that's also kind of a competition energy, like a base root competition energy. Hello, Kurt. Thanks for being here from Germany. All right, so let's just do, I'm going to kind of sweep the field a little bit here. We're going to see what little last bits here we want to clear today around the visibility piece. Okay, lots of fear, you guys, around being visible. I also just want to say this, and it may or may not resonate with you, but there are people here on the planet. Everybody comes here with something to offer, right? Everybody comes here wanting to learn something, wanting to share something, experience something. Our souls have an agenda in a way for being here. And there are people that come here specifically to heal, to offer healing energy. And that can look a variety of ways. It might be that you're a gardener and you offer healing energy by attending to the earth and creating, planting and tending to beautiful flowers that people will benefit, maybe bring into their home or smell, and they'll benefit from. So healing can be a variety of ways. But if you are here with the intention of healing, there can be so much fear around being seen because in past lives, we've maybe brought our healing abilities into the world and we have been, disowned, we've been ostracized, we've been killed. And again, maybe this doesn't resonate with you, but there is, when you start to tap into energy, soul energy, ancestral energy, past life energy, or simultaneous life energy, there's a lot of trauma that travels back, and coming into your soul is truly like, it's the process of enlightenment, coming into the space where you are here, you're doing what you came here to be, and what you came here to share. Can be so much fear around that because of all of this trauma that goes way back through our ancestral line, through past lives. So I want to wrap up the clearing portion with just another run, or a few around that fear again, because that's a big one. All right, and to eliminate all of the fear that says, if I be who I truly am, if I embody my soul, if I activate my true authentic gifts, talents, and skills in this lifetime, and wear them on the outside, wear them loud and proud, share them with the world in a bright, shiny, intriguing, enticing way that attracts attention, that attracts customers and clients and people who want what I have to offer, I will be ostracized. I will be rejected. I will be knocked down. I will be cast aside. Something bad will happen. I release and let go of all of that old fear, all of that old negative energy, and I connect into, I tap into my true power. This power serves as medicine to those old traumatized parts of me. Okay, so take a breath. And as you clear that fear and you let this personal sense of power come up inside of you, that power is the power that can say, no, that's not okay. I get to do this. I get to share this. I get to shine bright. I get to offer this in the world. I get to be as loud and proud and bright and shiny as I want to. So the powerful part of us is the part of us that can rise up out of that trauma place, that can rise up out of the fear, and that can come into a sense of authority, kind of own your body, own your energy, own your soul and your gifts, and do it from that empowered place, share it from that empowered place, walk through the world from that empowered place. And that does take time to fully kind of hone that vibration of power and to own it for yourself. But it's important that we do that. Give that attention, right? So nice deep breath in. Thank you, Babby, for the donation. Breathe that out. Okay. All right. So we're going to do a few, let me just look one more time around your energy. We're just going to do one more clearing statement here. And just so you're connected into your physical body, and think about the space around your body, your energy field, okay? And to eliminate anything and everything right here, right now, that's blocking me from being seen as who I truly am in the world, in a way that is fulfilling to me, in a way that is beneficial to me, in a way that is supportive of my gifts, talents, skills, my business, reaching the masses, the people who truly want and need what I have to offer. I release and let go of all of that negative energy right here, right now. It is not serving me. So just anything, this is like your last little sweep, right? It's like you're taking a broom, sweep it through your body. Anything that's ready to release today in this moment that's standing in your way, and take a few breaths. You want to do a few sweeps through, right? So it's like you're sweeping the kitchen floor once, sweep it again, sweep it again. You don't always have to name everything. Sometimes you just call it out. It's something that's blocking me. It's something blocking my light, my soul, my gifts. Muddling the ability for other people to see me, find my services, find my products, find what I have to offer. Great. Now we're going to fill in that space. So the space that we removed energy from, that we released energy from, we're going to fill in that space with divine energy, divine light, or if you want to call it source or life force or God, whatever you want to call it. But we're going to pull that energy in, and we're going to let that energy help us further activate our own soul, and also fill in the spaces where we removed energy from, so that those spaces can reset to a higher vibration than where they previously were, right? So we removed some of the negative energy. Negative energy is just energy that doesn't align with you. It doesn't align with your essential vibration. So when I say negative, it's not that it's bad. It probably served a purpose at some point, right? But it doesn't serve us around what we're working with today, and it doesn't maybe vibrate with our soul. So we're going to activate. And so we're going to draw some energy in. We can still be moving energy out as we draw that energy in. And again, really simple. We'll just say, I activate now the source of divine light energy. I draw this energy into my body, and I allow this energy to fill up any space, any place inside of me or in my energy field where I removed energy from, so that my energetic blueprint that holds what it is I came here to do can reorganize, can reset for my highest good and for the highest good of all right here, right now. So take a breath in, draw in this light, and it's like you're at a keyboard and you're, it's the motherboard of you, and you're typing in, okay, here's this new frequency, this new program based on this new level of energy inside of me without some of these old beliefs or old emotional energies. Those have cleared out. So I'm reprogramming myself. And to activate this divine force energy so that I can use this energy to feel empowered in myself, feel empowered to be who I truly am, feel empowered to anchor into my body and anchor into my authentic gifts, talents, and skills, and share them with the world in an empowered, confident, worthy, bright and shiny and big and bold way, in a way that feels good to me, in a way that the world is calling forth, in a way that the world needs, starting right now. So take a breath, breathe that in, let yourself just be filled up with that light and bright energy. I'm feeling this strong sense of like, I want you guys to walk away from today's session, like whether you're going to the grocery store, whether you're going to meet a friend, or whether you're going to go hang out with your family or your dog, or you're walking down the street and you see a stranger, that you are just like, this is who I am. And there's so much confidence and so much power in it, and not in the sense of like power over, right? But more almost like you're saying, wow, this is who I am. I'm empowered in who I am. I feel confident in who I am. And I want this for you too. So it's like a calling inward to yourself to rise up. But it also, again, that's that ripple effect. It's kind of like you're walking down the street and you're like, tag, you're it now. and when you do that, it's like a little bit of that empowered, bright, shiny, soulful energy that is lit up and online inside of you. It's like it gets, it's like, tag, you're it. Tag, you guys are it. Your turn now. Rise up. Step into that. You can do it too. Yes, it can be kind of scary. And this is what we're here to do, right? It's like our little blueprints are all like twinkling right now, lit up and bright and shiny. All right. How's everybody doing? How are you feeling? Is there anything lingering? Any blocks that you have that are like really in your face right now? My computer is making that like sound that it's hot, so I'm hoping I don't get like cut off again. This is about the time I got cut off last time. Anybody want to share anything about how they're doing, what they're experiencing? Is there anything coming up for you, a block or anything that, like any last little bit of lingering energy that you want to just address as the group? Thanks, Danielle, for sharing. I cried a lot during the clearing, she said. So good. Good. Yes. Thanks, Eviva. Misty Eyes, feeling great, empowered. Yes. And so when we clear these things, if you're in that receptive state and you're, letting your energy be shifted, we are really powerful beings when we're connected into that power. We can move energy, change it, transmute it, transform it. We can bring energy in. We can activate energy. There's so much we can do. The key really is to being able to identify the energy. Like I said, once you can identify it, you kind of feel it inside of you, or you notice, oh, why am I thinking like that? And you call it out kind of, right? And you can look at it, you can name it more specifically and clearly, and then you can take a breath to clear it, and then just, keep clearing it until it's gone. Because it'll likely come up again, right? Some of us have really deeply ingrained patterns and beliefs and old energies. And again, they served a purpose at one point in time, but if you are here today for this session, likely you're somebody who's like kind of feeling the crusty shell of that old energy over you. It's kind of like shedding a skin. And it's like we want to honor it, but also it's like, wow, it's old, it's crusty, it's dried up, it's already kind of starting to fall off. Like, I'm just gonna like take it to that next level, and there's this like bright, like soulful self underneath that is ready to emerge, right? It's like the butterfly is ready to take flight. So I have a session next Friday, same time. It's going to be all about money. So if you, again, are a soulful entrepreneur, even if you're not, you could still benefit from a lot of the clearing that we'll do, but we're going to be working specifically around abundance, money, bringing more money into your business, getting more money for your gifts, talents, and skills, like that, opening up that level of exchange, and hopefully doing a little bit more work maybe around that competition piece, you know, and the matrix that we've been playing in the world. So let's close. Let's close things up. If you're still here with me, and maybe just take a moment to kind of drop into yourself once more, and just take a deep breath in and out. And you know, maybe your hands rest over your heart, one hand or both hands, or just let your hands rest wherever it feels comfortable. But inside yourself, in your own way, kind of like bow to your soul. Bow to your soul's gifts, talents, and skills. Bow to your inner light, this part of you that is divine, this part of you that came here for a reason and has something to share with the planet. That part of you that is here to learn and grow and evolve and ascend. Just bow to that part of you. Bow to this beautiful energetic blueprint that underlies everything that you do here in the physical world. Bow to it and honor it and be in relationship with it, because this is where you can gather a lot of information about yourself, about who you are, about your life, about where you're headed, about what you want to cultivate or create for yourself. Just honor this part of you. This part of you is essential to who you are becoming. All right. So take one last deep breath in and out. All right, sending you all so much love. Happy Friday. I hope that you feel a positive shift from being here today and taking part in this session, being part of this circle of energy. And know that if you do feel a little bit emotional over the next, few days, if you have strong beliefs come up around some of the things that we talked about, that can be really normal, because we worked in the subtle realm of energy. And when you clear, it's like a detox, right? So we cleared some energy, and everything in that subtle realm, that energetic blueprint, has to reset. And then it sifts, kind of slowly has to integrate through you in the physical realm. And then once it integrates through the physical realm, that's when you start to see the physical external start to change. So maybe people respond to you differently. Maybe you get new customers starting to flow in more easily. Things like that happen. But so it has to move from the subtle realm. We change the blueprint there, and then it works through the physical realm. Sometimes that's when things can feel a little intense emotionally as it's moving out, you're detoxing. And then that new program, the reset of the blueprint, starts to play out in the external. So that's kind of how we're working. So again, thank you so much for coming today and for being here. I hope you sign up for next Friday's session. If you benefited from today's session and you want to leave a donation, that would be much appreciated. And you can always message me here on Insight Timer as well if you have any questions about what we worked with today. I do one-on-one sessions as well. Tons of meditations, a couple courses here on Insight Timer to help you kind of get into your soul and the beautiful energy of who you are. So check those out if you haven't already. And yeah, have a beautiful Friday. Let this energy kind of bubble up, ripple out, and just see how you can be more fully in your soul and let yourself be seen in all that you do.